I started this new regimen with no media between and from when I wake up until 2 p.m. Don't eat until 5. I feel like that was useful to break me from my little media addiction I had there for a moment, because now I find I really don't even want to be on the phone for that long. But I also found that I was doing a lot of clock checking, and it seemed like my days went by faster because I was always looking to see if it was 2 o'clock or 5. So it worked to break me out of the redundancy of watching too much media, and it's helped train me to be more purposeful with my time. And today, even this weekend, I just wanted to go with the flow. I allowed myself to eat at 2 instead of 5. Now, I don't mind pushing my fast till 5 p.m. or 2 p.m., but I'd like to have a little bit more freedom. Some days you're hungrier than others. Some days you're more tired than others. Some days you're more energetic. So I feel like it did what it needed to do, and I can use that formula if I ever get caught up again. But for right now, I'd like to have the freedom to wake up and just, kind of move around, but just I'm very aware of how much time I'm spending on my phone and whether or not I'm being productive. So the weather is rainy. It's just like a snuggle day. I just want to wrap up and snuggle. I've been waking up so tired lately. Well, just yesterday and today. I've been doing a lot of work in the dream realm. Like, bro, I go to sleep and go to the dream realm, and I'm working. I'm taking care of people. I'm running around. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Whatever position I hold in the dream realm has a lot of responsibility. And the position I hold here has a lot of responsibility. So it's like I wake up exhausted. I used to wake up with scrapes and bumps and scars and stuff. For real. I used to have like end of the world dreams, and I would just wake up with scars and all types of stuff. It happened to my kids too. So I just watched the premiere of Let's Make Hot Chocolate, and I can see my videos getting better, and I've realized that this YouTube game is really a mental game when you first start because of the slow growth, but it puts things into perspective because there is growth every day, and I feel like that's how it is with me. My growth may seem slow, but the fact that I'm growing every day is positive. And I look at other people in my genre, which is mom life vlogs, I guess. Which is kind of weird because it's mom life vlogs, recovery story, and then an independent music artist that started her own label and that journey. So it's all of that in one. But when it comes down to digital marketing and SEO and all that other type of stuff, that's a whole other skill set that I spend time learning. And a lot of the YouTube channels are using AI programs to make their shorts for them and suggest hashtags and stuff like that. And it's like, I could go that route, but I'd rather put my energy into my craft. And every day I learn and expand my knowledge. And then since this is documenting my journey, I get to share that knowledge. And it's like, I don't know that I want to be as big as some of the other creators because I see them, what do you want me to post next? What do you want to see from me? And I think that's odd because it's like, if art is expression, why are you asking people what they should see? Like, I would never do that. It's cool for them. But like, I'm showing you my journey. I don't know. I just find that highly odd. But another thing that everybody does that I don't do is the call to action. And I just feel weird about it. When I used to watch YouTubers and they'd be like, share, subscribe. Or when they're on their live and they're like, well, I'm not going to keep going until I get a certain amount of likes. I don't like how that feels. So I was like, if I ever start a YouTube channel, I would never say that. And statistically, my videos would do better if I did that. But I'm just not going to. I do say thank you for all my likes, shares, and subscribes. Because even though there's this setup to how you're supposed to do things, I still want to do things my way, authentic artistry. I get that it's a business, but I'm not coming from a business standpoint when it comes to the artistic part of YouTube. Like, I get it. I know what y'all are doing. I just don't know that I want to do that. Like, buying YouTube ads and stuff like that. I feel like I'm just gonna keep being consistent and keep learning, you know? My son Judah's really into cameras, so he's got all these cameras. So I'm learning about photography. Fire is actually a photographer, and she does my videos. This is a family business. Masters of Fate Music is a family business, so all of the editing, photography, everything that's not the actual mixing down of the music gets done through Masters of Fate Music. Everything else gets done through Vocal Inc. in Hagerstown, Maryland. I'm going to be very excited to take you to the studio with me, and No Fear will be the first music video that I shot ever. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about learning new ways to express myself artistically. I'd like to get into animation. I love lo-fi videos, and I think it would be so cool to put my beats or my music, or just make lo-fi beats. I want to make beats. I want to have my own complete studio back. I love Vocal Inc., but I want to get to a point where I wake up and I'm in my studio. It used to be like that, but it was my ex-husband's studio, so it really doesn't count. I want to make it on my own. I want to make it on my own so that when I look back, I can say, I built my dynasty on my own. It wasn't given to me by a man, which is great. I've had that before, and it wasn't fulfilling. And he always had that to hold over me. But, like, people have told me my whole life what I can't be and what I can't do. So, that now drives me to complete every project that I start. This is why I block out the noise and say nobody can tell me shit, because the stuff they tell me is negative. So now I don't want to hear your opinion, and I keep my dreams to myself because people feed doubt into you, and that's not helpful. And so I also catch myself not doing that to other people. So I started to do that with my daughter the other day. She was like, I'm gonna go apply for this job. And in my head I was like, you're really young, I don't think they're gonna hire you for that. But I caught myself, because it's like, you don't know what opportunity Spirit has for this child. You need to just support her and tell her you love her and be there for her. And then that's what I did. So it's like, we all do that. We all feed doubt into people. But that's why we need to take time to reflect on ourselves and fix those things. Fix those patterns. Patterns of thought, patterns of speech, communication patterns. When you get triggered and you start to want to argue with people or saying things that pisses them off, so you're not dealing with the issue at hand. Stuff like that. My favorite time of morning. No, that's not true. My favorite time of morning is like 3 in the morning to 6 in the morning. But like, what time is it? All right, my video premiered at 8:15. It's been about 15 minutes. So I think it's like 8:30. I like to people watch. After I found out I was adopted, I became a people watcher. Because when you grow up thinking that you're related to people, but you're really not, it's weird, because you start to see the similarities that you lack. You know, you don't have the same hair, you don't talk the same, your bodies are different. So that made me look at other families and how they were the same. And I started, like, studying DNA and stuff like that. Because when I was younger, I was a very, I don't know, I just like to read. I like to read. I'm still like that. I was an only child, but not really, because the people that adopted me were having problems in a relationship. They wanted to have a baby and they couldn't have one, so they adopted me. After they adopted me, they got pregnant with twins and lost them. So that ruined their marriage. So then I started getting abused and ignored, and then they broke up and I got kicked out. And that was my life. I got kicked out at 14. I was 14. You know, first apartment at 15, had a 23-year-old boyfriend. I've had a very interesting, unfortunate, blessed life. So many stories, so much history. How can you ask people what they want to see? Like, you have a whole life. There's so many layers to life. You can make a video about anything. You could make a video about why your butt is round. What do you mean? What do you want to see? Whatever. That's none of my business. They can do whatever they want. You know? I just feel like they should come up with their own ideas. But again, that's none of my business. This is my chart. And I also have a new chart that breaks down in 3-hour increments for 24 hours, blocks of time that you should pray about specific things. And I'm going to make a separate video about that. I tried to make a community post about it, but it wouldn't post, so I don't know what that was about. Maybe Spirit didn't want me to release it that way. I don't know. Moon Day, honoring emotions. I find I talk about my past a lot on Mondays now. So maybe moving forward, I'll start doing stories about my past on Mondays. I love, my favorite part of this YouTube journey is, seeing my growth. Seeing my growth. Because in real time, I can't always see it. You know, you try to lose weight, or you actually lose weight, but you still see yourself as heavy, and it takes someone else to be like, oh, I see you're losing weight. It's like that. You don't always know that you're growing or progressing when you're in it. You know what I'm saying? And I can see my own growth. This is one part of my life where I can actually see my growth. And it's not, the acknowledgement comes from me, not someone else. It's very nice to be able to experience and acknowledge my own growth. You got to understand, I'm so happy about the smallest things because I've been downtrodden for so long. Everybody around me was very negative and wanted to douse out my light for whatever reason. And I loved them. I loved them so much, so much. And they did not love me back in the same capacity. And I believe that's why my art is so good, because I pour my heart into everything I do, whether I'm cooking or cleaning or talking to someone. I pour my heart into it. That's why I can't be around anybody. I get so distracted. I would want to feed you and clothe you and it's just, that's not, girl, go home. Yeah, this is going to be a good week. This is going to be a good day, but my readings told me that I was going to need more rest, and I would be, not that I would need more rest. Well, yeah, one of them said I would need more rest, and one of them said that I would be getting more rest because I'm getting a lot of what they call downloads. You know, if you know, you know. If not, okay. So it's a little exhausting, but it's worth it, and I feel different, which is good. I feel like I'm evolving, but it's very tiring. It's very tiring, but it's worth it. It's okay. I'm just gonna slow everything down and really listen to myself. I feel like I kind of just discovered the Holy Spirit in a very real way. Maybe I'll make a video about that. It's very new to me. You know, there's just so much to say. I'm really glad that you're here. I'm glad that we're sharing this journey together. I really am. So thank you for every like, share, and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. If you'd like to check out my music is available on every streaming service worldwide under the Fury of Abyss. If you'd like to check out my blog, my website is called Masters of Fate Music with a K, because we make sick music that heals you. I love you. Thanks for spending your time with me, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.